Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, March 3rd. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile, SPY IWM and triple Qs. And as you can see, whole pre-market, we are just pounding in whatever volume is being done. Right in the upper distribution around our point of control from yesterday, above the single prints for us. Same with triple Qs. Remember, Russell did not have a trend day. Now, here's the difference today between leaning on those single prints as opposed to wanting to be a buyer yesterday big time against them. Yesterday, if we had pulled back, we had higher value, the indices were up, the market was very strong. Today, if we get near them, the markets, we're going to be in value, not higher value. The indices are going to be flat to down a little bit. So definitely differences. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be a buyer at the lower end of the upper distribution. As a buyer, I don't mind if they fill the single prints. What you certainly do not want is acceptance back into the lower distribution. Why is that? Because we're in a balance. We stretched the balance high yesterday. It's a 4-day balance coming into today. So if that's all we did, and we do get acceptance into the lower end, well, then eventually you might take out yesterday's low, and then if you start getting any acceptance below there, what happens? You look to the other end of the balance. So right now the balance low is 427.11. The balance high is 439.72. So just round it out, 440, 427. We have a $13 balance right now. You have Powell speaking again this morning or testifying at 10. Now, I can't imagine he's going to say anything different today than he said yesterday. So I don't think that should be a factor. The bigger factor will be tomorrow with non-farm payroll, because these algorithms love to go nuts over that. So overnight high right now in SPY is 438.95. Overnight low is 436.40. As far as the game plan, again, in value, in balance is the worst of your risk reward. If you're to push up, now remember, we went out with a price probe yesterday, us and triple Qs. Obviously, just like the downside one was rejected yesterday, the upside one right now at 75 minutes to go is being rejected. So if you are to open around this level, there's no real trade. If you push up now, you can take a short against Jay's high for two reasons. Number one, where there were buyers, they weren't there. And number two, this is now the top of a 4-day balance. Any acceptance above them out. We have very small single prints left, remember, from the 17th. And if you do take out yesterday's high, the daily goes from balance to up. And then you can maybe start getting a little more traction, and you're going to certainly test the 20-day moving average, which I think is around 441.20.25. So that's one play, short play against there. In the next hour, if we open above here, then I'm looking for long, especially if we fill those single prints, and especially if we open above the 20. On the flip side, if it pushes back, can you take a long against E's low and C's high? Sure you can. I would be out, though, if you start getting any acceptance into the lower distribution. And what exactly is acceptance? Well, in A period, if you rip down and start with tempo and volume get below it, I don't want to be a buyer. If it tapers off, it's a different story. Or if B period goes and takes out A's low, now you're one time framing down, and all of a sudden values overlapping the lower. Then I don't want to be long. So those are early plays in our trading room. And then just quickly on the chart, we'll just show you. And again, the game plan is basically the same in Qs. Russell a little different because it wasn't a double distribution day. They really didn't have much to lean on. So you're going to get a lot of chop inside of there. And then on, here it is, 4-day balance. Tuesday, we stretched it to the downside. Wednesday, we stretched it to the upside. Right? It's a $13 balance. You take out yesterday's high, daily is firmly up. We test the 20 and see if we start getting towards the 200, I'm sorry. Take it out to the downside. Eventually, you can go test the yearly low. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. Good luck trading today, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.